This is how to run a 5k PB the wrong way.
All right, all done. That is how not to run a 5k, but I think I might have done it.
In this video, I'll be sharing with you my 5k journey on how to run a faster 5k. I did it the wrong way, but hopefully you can learn from the mistakes that I made so you can run a faster 5k the right way. I'll be sharing my journey from my previous 5k time to where I landed.
Wear this with some pride now.
The workouts that I did to get faster and to improve my time. So if you're new here, my name's Terrell. I'm not a runner, I'm a high performance coach. I really love weight training, but in the summer months, I like to up my cardio. So I wouldn't call myself a runner, but I really like the challenge of setting myself a target and working towards something that's slightly outside of my comfort zone. And for me, that is running.
It was very painful.
Especially an all-out 5k, which can be and was very painful. Okay, so my previous PB time back in 2018 was 20 minutes 50, and I haven't managed to get anywhere near that for a very long time.
And I've got to train a bit harder as well.
But I hadn't been taking running very seriously until this summer. We had our son, Rion, who's an absolute blessing, and I found it really easy to get up and go for runs very early in the morning. I really started to enjoy the running that I was doing. So I decided to set myself a target to work towards running a 5k race. So I trained for, I'll say about 8 weeks, and my goal was to go below 22 minutes for my first 5k run. Trained very well, but I would probably say that I felt that I overtrained because I felt I wasn't recovering well enough from the training. I just thought that more was better. One lesson that I've learned, that's not always the case. So first race come around, I was feeling very confident that I was gonna go below 22 minutes, and I got 22:02. Now, my partner was like, great, well done, that's a great achievement. For me, no. In the Olympics, 2 seconds is the difference between first and 10th. So I was not happy with that at all. But it was my first one in a very long time, so I gave myself a bit of grace. So then I set about on changing the way that I was training. So what I did, I added some more interval sessions into my workouts, and I added some more longer runs at lower speeds into my run. I gave myself 4 weeks. My second race came around. I felt incredible. I did a bit of a taper before the week of the race. I felt very fresh and really up for running. And I did in my second 5k race of the summer, 21:29. So I went below that 22 mark that I was chasing. And then I thought it was time to set myself a new goal. And the goal was by the end of the year to be able to match my personal best of 20 minutes 50. So again, I changed the type of training that I was doing. I added some more threshold running, I added some more interval running, I increased my longer runs, and I added an extra day. So I went from running 3 days a week to 4 days and increased my mileage. And I also did some very specific strengthening work for my posterior chain because I felt that that was a weak point for me. My hamstrings and my glutes were holding me back on progressing. I trained very hard for another 8 weeks. I decided to do a park run where I got my last PB, which is Dulwich Park.
Goal is to get it done as quick as possible so Rion doesn't kick off. So an extra incentive to get around the course quickly.
Had a bit of a problem. My partner was working at the weekend. I was on dad duty, so I kind of needed someone to help me watch Rion. My best friend had just got back from holiday. We needed to catch up. So I said, hey, Daj, would you like to have a catch up? I need to run a 5k. I need to watch Rion in the park while I run, and then we can catch up after. Daj, being Daj, was up for it, which is why, I can always rely on him. So I think that was one of the reasons that helped me run very fast on that day, because I knew that Rion was due a bottle very soon, and I had to get around before he kicked up an absolute storm.
Right, we're here. Let's go.
In the week up to running this 5k personal best attempt, I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I did some 1k repeats, and I was running very fast. So I was doing them in like 3 minutes 55, 3:45. I did a 2.5K time trial where I was running very well, and I thought in my mind, I think I can match my PB 3 months early. And all the research I did and people I spoke to said, no, don't do it, don't attempt it. Just try to go a bit faster than you did in your last race. And I was playing with the idea of what I was going to do all the way up until race day. And I spoke with Don. I was like, what do you think I should do? Should I go for my PB attempt? Or should I just try to go a bit faster than my last race? He said, go for it. What's the worst that can happen? So I thought, all right, I'm going to go for it. But there is one thing I know that can go wrong with a 5K when you're trying to run it all out. And that is if you go too fast, which I always do, you hit a wall and then there's no coming back from it. And that's exactly what happened. But somehow I came back from it. So first K I ran like 4:05 and I was like, T, you're going way too fast, slow your ass down. Excuse my language. So second K, 4:11, felt good. Third K, 4:11. Then I do not know what happened. Well, I do. I got very tired. I hit the wall. My mind was saying, T, don't worry about it. You're not going to get your PB, especially if you're going at this pace. But what you potentially could do is get a season's best. So you can beat 21:29 if you keep going at this pace and go a bit faster than the last one. So I had this battle in my mind of go faster, go slower. It was an absolute scramble. But I said, do you know what? I'm just gonna give it my best shot. I've got 1K left, let's see what I can do. I got this energy from somewhere that I do not know where. And I looked at my watch and I was running very fast. I was like, wait a minute, we might be onto something here. And then a guy went past with me with his son and they were running very fast. We had 500 meters left. And I said, just chase them. That's your target. Chase them and see how you get on. So I gave it everything that I had. And in the last K, I did it 3:55. And I didn't match my personal best. I actually beat it.
All right, all done. That is how not to run a 5K. But I think I might have done it. We'll wait and see what comes in. I'm gonna cool down now, but it was very painful.
Beat it by 5 seconds, bringing my new personal best down to 20 minutes 45. I was ecstatic. I was over the moon. I couldn't believe I'd done it. Now the goal is to try and beat that. I'm not quite sure the time frame I'm giving myself for that because I'm also going to be training for a half marathon next year. So we've got a lot of new goals to work towards, which I'm very excited about. So the moral of the story is you won't know until you try. So every goal that you set yourself, whether you think you can do it or you think you're not going to be able to do it, all you can do is try, give it your best shot. And what you do is you learn from the feedback. So